welcome back to another episode of We Should Probably Be Friends. I'm Red.
I'm Callie.
And we want to welcome you to this very odd episode. We never envisioned having to record our episodes apart from each other because we love each other and we are friends. And you should be our friend too. But of course, we are dealing with COVID-19 around the world. And so it necessitates us using our split screen at home. And we are not very good at this technical stuff, so please bear with us. But we thought we would like to check in, see how you're doing, tell you a little bit about how we're doing and some of the products that we are finding ourselves using more often and some of the things we're not using as often. And hopefully you'll find it a little bit useful and maybe get a chuckle out of it.
And we are not paid advertisers. So.
Yeah. Oh, if we might put links below in case you're curious about something, but they're not referral links. It's just something that you might be curious about. All right. So my friend, should I go first?
Go
okay. All right.
What's like your number one thing you find yourself using more right now?
Okay, this is funny. So I'm going to say, okay, it's antiperspirant. So I actually like natural products and I'm all into that. But I have literally tried not one, not two, not three, but 4 natural deodorants throughout this quarantine because I thought, what better time to use natural deodorants than when I'm not around people as much? But then I remembered my children at home, which means I'm going to sweat like a pig in July. And I smell horrendous. And natural deodorants just aren't cutting it. So I whipped this baby out and I finally don't stank or stunk. So that's my first thing. And my husband is so much happier, let me tell you. How about you?
Antiperspirants though. I'm just saying.
What'd you say?
You have to be really careful with antiperspirants. So that's just a disclaimer. I actually use this really fruity smelling Old Spice because it actually takes away like traditional Old Spices smell like your grandpa, but like
mine is literally smells like my grandpa.
Mine is Fiji Old Spice that I use, and it has no antiperspirant in it, but I smell very good, and it works. And Kevin likes the smell of it, so yeah.
I'm learning something new. Well, okay, thank you, because yes, I try to stay away from antiperspirant, but can I be honest? I had this armpit, fine. But this armpit, for whatever reason, is my sweaty one, and I don't know. Does anyone else have one?
I feel like you can always blame like children for that, because I feel like you probably didn't suffer from that until after you were pregnant and like had your children, because I think it just throws your body off, just generally speaking.
I think so. Yes, I think I equally was sweaty before, and now it's only in one side.
Which makes sense, as normal people are, but mothers are weird freaks. So that's neat.
That's true.
The joy of motherhood is you become a science experiment. So
yeah.
So shall I share something
Please.
Don't use? Okay.
Tell me something you don't use anymore now that it's quarantine.
I don't use anymore is our van, honestly. I haven't driven in so long. The other day I just backed it out of the garage so that I could move something, and I was like, it's just been a while since I've used it. I'm actually genuinely concerned that if there was an emergency, that my children, sorry, that was a loud clap, that my children would be in their seatbelts like all hunched down because they've grown so much since they've been in their car seats. We'll probably have to like go out at some point and adjust them just in case of emergency, because I'm pretty sure they'd be like squished right now. But I haven't used my van in so long. It's like had a full tank of gas for the longest time.
Oh man, our van's tank of gas has lasted so long. It's wonderful. But sometimes we do drive, but it's just because I'm like, I need to get out of this house and we need to drive. But we actually did have to move a kid up in their car seats. And it's kind of like,
I'm going to have to do that. I just know it. Especially my middle one. She's just keeps growing like a weed. So.
Oh, that's fun though. It's kind of fun. I don't like graduating a child to a new car seat. I don't know. But I feel like I forget how to drive. You know, like after I haven't driven in a while, I'm like, I felt like weird. Pulling it in. Okay. And so another thing that I like to use this quarantine, or have started using more this quarantine, is just my old cheapo smartwatch. This is not fancy. It's the iTouch brand. I got it at Kohl's with some Kohl's cash, of course. And then of course I got more Kohl's Cash, which is just a horrible cycle, but that I digress. Um, but
Smart. They're smart.
smart. I'm saving money by spending it. But I have loved this because I don't know if you've heard of the quarantine 15, or what is it? Which is the COVID?
I think I've heard it called the COVID. You're going to gain the COVID-19.
Okay, well, okay. I've gained weight for sure. And I finally was laying back not finally, but I was laying back with my kid, and I leaned back in my chair funny, and I looked down, and I was like, whoa. And my stomach was there. It was there. As it mimicked a pregnancy look. And I was like, I'm not pregnant. So it was kind of a wake up call. And I did, my husband and I went to the library right before everything closed, and I got some exercise DVDs. So anyway, I started watching those.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I even exercise with them. But then I also started using this just to kind of count my steps, just to be like, wow, I really am not moving. And that might be a reason, because I realized that when I'm schooling my children, I'm kind of just staying in the same room.
Sure.
Just going back and forth, ping-ponging back and forth between all the children.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of kind of doing what I would normally do. So anyway, that has been helpful for me. What about you? What's something you find?
Right along the same lines, this is something I don't use right now, is a bathroom scale. So that's, I thought, would be pretty relevant, what people probably shouldn't use. So yeah. I also heard don't dry your jeans, because the more you wear them without putting them in the dryer, the looser they become, and you think you lose weight. So
Yeah. I actually did step on a scale, but it was because in all the weirdness, I'm the only kind of person that will catch something when I'm quarantined with my family.
mm-hmm.
So I actually had to go to urgent care a few weeks ago, and I had to step on a scale. I wanted to be like, is this really necessary? But I did, and I was like, it's real. COVID-15 is real. COVID-19 or the quarantine 15, whatever, it's real. So then I was like, I should probably exercise. So,
well, and I will say I did use a scale the other day, because I was getting a midwife appointment because I'm pregnant, and she was questioning whether I was eating or not. But it's just very hard to eat as much as you should when you're so nauseous. And so I did step on the scale. It's like, she's crazy. I've been gaining some. Oh, I lost a little. Okay. So it was actually kind of encouraging to me. But generally speaking, I think in this day and age, with not being able to get out and about because you are stuck schooling or whatever inside, it's probably good just to leave the scale there.
I love how sympathetically, when I told a story about me gaining weight, you told a story about how you have another human growing inside of you and you managed to lose weight. I really feel so much better. Thank you.
Well, okay, but I had to go through so much nausea to get there. I would much rather gain weight right now than not gain weight, because not worth it.
Right now, this armpit is so sweaty. Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
This is also along the same subject.
Okay.
When my husband and I were kind of you're in your home all the time, and you're like, wow, we have let our home turn into squalor in certain areas, just because, we kind of recently have moved into this house. It's been a little over a year.
Right.
But our pantry was just a disaster, horrendous. We could barely close the doors. It has, what do you call those, accordion doors? Wait, I don't, sort of like that. They open up. It's huge. But it was so bad. So we organized it, and in the bottom of our pantry, it was like jackpot. Can you see how big this bag of Halloween candy is? Oh yeah.
Awesome.
And it was full. This was 2 days ago, and it's definitely lower.
Awesome.
But I have been good. I shared a few with my children. They don't know the bag. I actually gave each one. I only gave one. But my husband has been eating them.
But to be fair, she has a lot of children, so one a piece is actually quite a few pieces of candy.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And I feel like, I've grown a lot. I've grown a lot in this, and I've just realized.
You told us your stomach was good. Oh, sorry, in that way. Gotcha.
I love you anyway, and it's okay. No, but I have grown a lot, but I've also grown emotionally in the area of sharing sweets with people. I'm learning that I can do that. All right, so that's definitely something I found myself using.
So kind of along that line still, mirrors, unnecessary creatures at this time. I looked in the mirror for the first time today in a long time and I was like, yeah, and I just walked away. So yeah, I would
Oh,
say
stop.
mirrors are definitely overrated at this time.
Oh, stop.
Something I don't use.
I need my mirror, I will say, but I don't. I feel I do find like this happens to me all the time. I think I look good at the beginning of the day, right? Or whenever it is, maybe it's like 3 o'clock by the time I actually like look in the mirror.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh, I look good. And then go about my business and I kind of walk past a mirror later in the day and I'm like, ugh, what?
Is that all day?
Yeah. And how was I thinking that that was like good? So I don't know. Does that happen to you ever?
Um, so not really until certain friends, yourself included, started Marco Poloing me. And I wouldn't look in the mirror in the morning, but I'd be like, whatever, I'm probably fine. Not that I think I look great, but probably passable. And then I would get a Marco Polo from someone and I'm like, I'll reply. And I see that self camera just
Oh man.
boom right in your face. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, have I looked like this all day? And I'm just like so tired looking. So then you have to have like the perfect lighting and angle where you
Yeah,
don't
you have
look
to
like
put
a monster. Like, yeah. So I do a lot of this kind of, it's bad though. The under eyes have been especially, we like to
oh
say when you're really tired, you pack your bags, which means your eyes are puffy underneath. So yeah.
oh I have the raccoon eyes for sure. You can even I put makeup on and you can still see them through there. But I always have that. But I think you always look lovely.
Anyway.
Okay, so good. I'm glad I made you feel awkward. Okay, so again, along the same lines, something I've been wearing a lot more of uh, are stretchy pants, elastic waist, because of my second, or whatever that was, my third thing I've been using is Sandy. So I've actually been wearing a lot of like flowy dresses that camouflage things, which is maybe why I didn't realize that I was being affected by all of the said candy,
The
because
COVID.
everything was so flowy and elasticy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know if you're like this. You're obviously not like this because you see you've been wearing stretchy pants, but I can't function unless I put a pair of jeans on. Like I can't even cook breakfast or anything. Like I'll just be like so lazy. You basically have to peel me off the couch. If I like wear pajama pants out of bed, you have to peel me off the couch and like make me take care of my children because I can't function unless I'm in jeans. So like if I need to get anything done, like survive during the day, I have to put jeans on. I don't even know.
I,
If
I
I'm
get that.
comfortable, I'm useless. That's basically my life motto. If I'm comfortable, I'm useless. So I have to put jeans, like a comfy shirt I'll have on all day,
Yeah.
but like jeans or nothing.
Ugh.
Nothing gets done.
I sympathize a little bit with that, but so like yesterday, I stayed in my pajamas day, all day. And then I finally put clothes on. Like, I actually don't know why I did, but I changed into something different. I think just like a mental, like, Mr. Rogers is home and we're going to change. Like, I feel like that makes me feel like, okay, my day has started or whatever. So yeah, changed. And my little girl was like, Mommy, what, what is this? And I was like, I was in my PJs all day. I am so sorry. I am setting a bad example. But you know what? These are strange times we live in.
It is. It's not a daily example. It's a strange section of time example. So the next time there's a worldwide pandemic, she'll know pajamas are okay.
Absolutely. And that's what we're really all about here. Trading the next generation.
Right.
All right.
So the thing that I would say, you said stretchy pants, so this doesn't exactly, we've been able to correlate a lot, but one thing I haven't been using at all would be calendars
Oh,
because we all know it's the 399th day of January. And so we don't know what is happening at any given time or any given location. So like the only thing that's my husband has had a very consistent schedule. So like he'll come home and I know that he was working, but I don't remember exactly what day or
oh
anything like that. I'll
my.
be like, hey, we're gonna wait, no, that wouldn't work for today. So yeah. So calendars are not something I even reference at this point. So
It's really bad when your kids have like meetings, Google Meets or Zoom meetings that they have to be present for.
mhm.
And I feel like I'll get my son will be like, "Oh, Mom, we have this meeting today," and I'll be like, "No, honey, that's tomorrow." Anyway, then of course we get an email saying like, "We missed you at the Zoom meeting." I was like, "But that was for Thursday," and they're like, "Yeah, Mom, it's Thursday," and I'm like, "Ah!"
That's
And I
awesome.
literally have a huge calendar up on my wall, but like I haven't used it this month. I wrote Easter really big.
Mhm.
Obviously, that was like it. That was our big thing.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I feel you on that. I totally understand. Well, my last thing, I guess, would be this is actually, I guess, so my last two things, I feel like I have had a little more stress and I carry it in my back and shoulders.
Mhm.
Um, and anyway, so what I like to use is this rescue gel from Norwex. I don't even know if this, I love
That
this. I
is
just like roll this all over my body. If you don't know what this
amazing.
is, it's like a roll-on deodorant. I should maybe use this actually.
No, that would be so cold. It gets so cold.
It gets cold. I know
Armpits would freeze.
it would feel really good. So yeah, I use that all over my back and my neck. And then actually this looks crazy, but I bought this off of Amazon and I love it. It is an acupuncture mat. And I know it looks horrible. Okay, do you see this? And I know I just talked the other day that I like to like push bruises. Remember that?
Yeah, I
But
remember.
I'm not like that. I'm not weird. But this mat,
Says weird people. I'm not weird.
right, right. The only kind of people that say they're not weird are weird people. But this mat is actually really, really sharp. They're really, really sharp. But there are 1,000 of these, I believe, on here.
Okay,
And
not to get too personal, but are you laying on it with your clothes on or?
I am too much of a wuss. I wear a real thin t-shirt, yes.
Okay.
And I lay on my back, and like the first time you do it, you're like, "Oh my golly, we're returning this." But like the people, all the comments were like, "No, stick with it. You'll feel great." And it's really amazing. I deal with
Don't
kind of
they
like,
say that about meth too? Like just stick with it, you'll
I
feel
don't think
great.
you have to. I think the
Oh,
first
okay.
time
Is it
you're
right
like,
away? I
yeah,
mean,
I don't
no,
know.
I don't.
This
No.
is literally like the only thing in my life that I've ever like had to try to like that I ended up liking because I don't like coffee or anything
I have
foamy.
heard a lot of great things about that type of thing. I've never seen one in that size before. Like I'd see smaller ones that they lay their arm on or just portions, but
It's amazing.
wow,
It's amazing. And it wasn't that
it's
expensive.
horrifying.
Anyway, we'll try to link below. But okay, last one for you,
Okay,
friend.
last one for me is makeup. I haven't really used that much. You know, too
We
bad
have the
for my
same
husband.
mascara. We have the same mascara.
What's a good one? But I haven't really used this. And to kind of give an example of how much I haven't really used it, I did put some on tonight. You can't tell because I don't sleep anymore. But I went to put on some mascara and my hand just inadvertently turned and stabbed myself in the eye. So that was really
Why?
exciting. Because I don't know how to put makeup on anymore. It's been that long. I don't know.
While
But
you were applying it,
yes,
you
I'm
stabbed
like
yourself?
applying it and then I just like it just goes in and then my eyes are watering. So I just have mascara pouring down my face. And then I also
I'm
have
sorry.
the thought runs through my head. There's not much more humbling than not being able to protect yourself from yourself. I mean, I just full on attacked myself and could do nothing about it. So this is the last thing that I haven't really used much. I did tonight a little bit, but I haven't used that in forever. I had to dig in my cabinets to find it. So
Oh, I'm sorry I'm glad that you're okay.
yeah, I can
That
see.
you've recovered from this. Um, that's awesome. Well, I hope that everybody has really enjoyed our little recap of what we're using
Not using.
and hopefully this was entertaining, fun, and I'm serious. Y'all need to go buy yourself one of those acupuncture pillows because they actually have a pillow too that goes on your neck, and that is the thing. But
And let us know what you guys are doing or not using, things that we haven't thought about and give us
absolutely,
good ideas of how we're going to get through quarantine as well. So,
yeah, we're all in this together. Remember, stay safe, stay home, stay healthy,
and stay separate.
stay apart. All right, bye.
You do
Hey,
this together apart.
that's right. We should probably be friends.
We should.